All right. Hi, everybody. Um, Hello, and welcome to Canton High School's first One Acts that is virtual. My name's Joanne.
I'm Laura.
I'm Liv.
And I'm Adri, and we're your officers, and we are back as your hosts for the One Act pre-show.
We are so excited to have you all see this year's One Act plays.
This year we have 5 absolutely incredible plays. The Haunted Host, My 8-Bit Life, The Great Debate, Macbeth But Bad, and Matthew the Masterpiece.
These all amazing plays were all student-directed, written, and performed. Hey, Audrey, weren't you in The Haunted House, or the Haunted Host? Do you want to tell us about it?
Of course I do. So The Haunted Host was written by Sabina Berardi and Mia Tortorella, and it was directed by Sabina Berardi. In this play, a goofy group of friends are trying to plan their Halloween over a Zoom call that quickly and mysteriously goes wrong. Joanne, do you want to talk a little bit about Macbeth But Bad?
Of course. Macbeth But Bad is a parody of the classic Shakespeare play Macbeth, but it has a few modern twists, including a bunch of parodies of different songs and a recitation of the classic Do It monologue by Shia LaBeouf. The play was written and directed by Nidhi Chanklani. Now, Laura, weren't you in My 8-Bit Life?
I was! My 8-Bit Life was written and directed by Sophia Santos. This play tells the story of a bored teenager during the pandemic when he receives an unexpected visit from an intergalactic duo. Sophia Santos also wrote the play Matthew the Masterpiece, which was directed by Gayatri Dixit. In this play, a young girl named Quinn learns to cope with the sudden disappearance of her brother. Hey, Liv, do you want to talk about The Great Debate?
I'd love to. The Great, directed by Rosie Goody and Narissa Barrington Haber. Politics meets ancient Greece in the play when Olympus holds ever political debate, featuring some of the Greek gods and goddesses.
All right. One Acts is always such a fun way for students to be able to show their creativity through writing their own mini shows and being able to direct and be fully in charge of creating their visions for the show and all aspects like prop pieces, sound cues they want added, costumes for the characters, and anything like that.
This year, the writing, filming, and editing process only took 1 week. Students film their parts, and then our incredible editors, Kylie Sheehan, Stella Lempert, Amanda Duffin, and Abby Sockett, piece them all together to produce these shows. Thank you so much for all of your hard work to our techies and our awesome editors. We appreciate all of the extra work you put in, and we would not have been able to do it all without you.
Now, before we get to questions, we want to remind you about our incredible fall plays. This year, we'll be performing the plays Sideways Stories from Wayside School, a children's play about crazy classrooms, crazy school, and She Kills Monsters, a few girls and their epic dragons events, December 19th and 20th.
As Liz said, her audio is a little glitchy, so I'm just going to repeat what she said. Sorry. So we're going to be doing 2 awesome fall plays, Sideways Stories from Wayside School, which is about like a crazy school, and then She Kills Monsters, a play about 2 girls and their epic D&D adventure, and these plays will be December 19th and 20th. Now, you've heard from us, but now we want to hear from you. Drop any questions you have about the One Acts process or any other questions related to One Acts in the chat, and one of us will answer. If anyone has any questions, feel free to drop them in the chat.
Well, while we wait for people to come up with stuff, maybe we should talk a little bit more about our One Act experience.
Mm-hmm.
What was it like acting in a virtual play? It was a really new experience. It was really different than what we're used to because we're not used to not being able to be in person and everything. but it felt like the same atmosphere. Everyone was like a family, like usual. It was great.
Our first question is from Stella Lemper, and she asks, what was it like acting in a virtual play? So acting in a virtual play, it's like really different than like being in person, because obviously like you're looking at each other through a screen, which is really weird. And so like you kind of have to like figure out like how you can still like bounce off of each other, like even though you're not near each other, like you have to figure out like how to work together, like even though you can't be right next to each other.
So our next question is from Boston Gourmet, and they say, are they in costume? Yes, the one acts, we have a bunch of different costumes. We have things from like cool alien antenna to sometimes we have characters dressing in different aesthetics like e-girls or just general things. So we do have costumes for the shows.
Our next question is from Michael. He said, how are you guys? We are doing great, Michael. Thank you very much. Okay. While we're waiting for some more questions, I can show you guys my alien headband if you want to see what some of the costumes look like.
Don't speak about all the costumes today, Laura.
Here's my alien headband. Great. Okay. If you want to see more of my alien headband, watch my 8-Bit Life.
Oh, we have costumes.
Okay, so our next question is from Camilla Cruz.
How long?
And she asked, in total, how long did it take to write, produce, and direct, and later edit all of these plays? So, like, the writing and acting process, it took about, like, it was 2 weeks, like, split in half. So it took about, like, half of it was the writing and, like, acting and, like, directing and all of that. And then, like, the editing part was this week, actually. All of the amazing video editors, they all worked on it this week.
Now we have another comment from Nitty, which is, what was your favorite part of filming these? Personally, my favorite part was getting to work with a bunch of different actors who I wouldn't have gotten to work with otherwise, because whether they're like you or just I hadn't gotten to work with them yet, it was honestly really incredible getting to meet them and just act in different situations.
All right, we have another question from Stella Lemper. It says, what was the most challenging part of filming these one acts? I know for me, the most challenging part of filming the one acts was definitely the fact that since we were over Zoom, I wasn't in person to anybody. So I wasn't able to like, it's kind of hard to bounce off of people through a screen. Mm-hmm. So you had to like really think about like what they would be doing and how you kind of had to like overact to compensate for the fact that there's nobody actually there with you.
Our next question is from Boston Gourmet. They asked, where do you get the ideas for these plays? So none of us were writers for one acts, but all of these plays are original idea. They're all original ideas. All of the writers came up with them. It's absolutely incredible that they were all able to come up with these awesome and funny ideas. Liv is having a bit of like internet problems, I think, so she'll be getting back very soon. Don't worry.
Yeah, going off what Lucia just commented, shout out to all the freshmen and the new members. You guys are so incredible for joining drama club during a global pandemic and your first time in high school. Like, you guys are the best. We're so happy you're all here.
Yes. Our next question is from Lucia Curran Barker, and they asked, how did you guys record these? So what my group personally did was we like recorded it through Zoom. We hosted our own like Zoom chat and our own Zoom call, and then like I recorded it, and then we uploaded it to the Google Drive for all the editors to take and edit.
Liv's having some connection issues, so
she will be back. Don't worry.
This next question is from Julie Beckham, which is, what was the editing process like, and do you use a specific program? I honestly don't really know what the editing process is like. I'm not sure what program they all use for anything.
I believe the editors, at least from what I could tell, probably use like Adobe Premiere or another like Adobe editing software.
Yes. If anyone else has any more questions, feel free to. Stella just told us it is Premiere Pro. It is an Adobe program. Thank you so much, Stella. If anyone else has any more questions, you can feel free to drop them right in the chat. So, how's everyone doing? Love you guys. We love you too, Stella.
We love you, Stella.
Yeah, if anyone has any more questions, feel free to just drop them in. Liv is back!
We got Liv.
Hi, Liv.
Hi, I'm so sorry. My internet's
Yeah, if
so
anyone has
bad.
any more questions, feel free to just drop them in. Liv is back!
We got Liv.
Hi, Liv.
Hi, I'm so sorry.
Audio is glitching a little.
Okay.
Sorry, she's just glitching a little. It's okay. Don't worry, guys.
We have a question from Lucia, and their question is, what are you guys playing in the fall plays, and are you excited? So we can go around saying who we're playing and which play we're in.
Okay.
Me, I'm playing Agnes, and she kills monsters, and yes, I am very, very excited, especially since we're going to have an awesome fight choreographer, and she's going to be helping choreograph the fights, and we're also going to get like really cool fake weapons.
Okay, so I'm playing Mrs. Gorf and Miss Falouche in Sideways Stories from Wayside School, and I'm really excited because like it's kind of like characters I've never really played before. Like I get to be like a crazy old lady, and like yeah, it's really fun. I'm really excited for the show.
I'm also in She Kills Monsters. I'm playing a character named Evil Tina, and I am extremely excited for all of it to happen.
I'm also in the She Kills Monsters. I'm Vera. I'm very honored. And it's so much fun just to be back and to be able to like interact with people in like a club that I love. It's great. It's great.
Our next question is from Kylie Sheehan. She asks, since the one acts are all original, is it hard figuring out the character's persona? I would say sometimes it is. It depends on the show, honestly, because some characters like they're like really like deep, like I don't know how to like explain it, but it's kind of like hard because you don't have like any other material to work off of. Like for example, like the musicals and stuff. Sometimes there's like other recordings or like even movies that you can like learn a bit, so you can learn about a bit more of what the characters are supposed to be like. So it's kind of harder for one X because you really don't have anything to work off of.
So I'm gonna come back to you after it's Adri, but I'm gonna go to Stella quickly, where she asked to talk about the text portions of one act. So the text portions of one act is always so much fun for the techies, because even if they aren't in total creative control, they have a really big part in looking up sound cues. I know our sound crew is working really hard on doing that. I found sound cues for all the shows. They write intro and outro they find intro and outro music for all of the shows. I know costumes go around and they make sure that everyone has exactly what they need so that their characters can do great. Hair and makeup provides any wigs or any help with any designs that are needed. Lighting helps with, if a play is having any trouble with figuring out what lighting to use, they'll pop in and they'll be like, hey, let me help you out real quick. Props would make sure that everyone was, like, if they needed any props, they would be there to help provide them. And set, they would also just go around and make sure that, no one needed any any set objects. And they would, give people ideas on what they could use for them. So the tech aspect is still pretty fun.
Okay, and getting back to Gayatri's question, do you find it interesting being directed by a student/peer? Yeah, I think it's really fun. It's like a different experience being like directed like by kids your own age. Like like usually we're directed by our awesome director, Miss Brooks. So it's like kind of like different experience, like being able to like, you know, to like be directed by like one of your friends. It's kind of like more like chill, like it's just more, it's like really fun.
It's really cool to like have like a different kind of mindset from somebody that isn't exactly like a professional kind of sense. It's kind of cool.
All right, we have a question from Alex, and they have asked, have you guys enjoyed being officers so far this year? Honestly, being an officer is pretty fun. Like, we get to be kind of the support system for the drama club. Like, we get to answer any questions that people may have. People can come to us for support or anything. And we also just get to try out any new ideas that Ms. Brooks has for us, which is really fun because she does have a lot of new ideas. And it's really great to like be able to help out in the club and kind of like give back.
So we have another question from Lucia, and they asked, what's been your favorite things that you've done with Drama Club / the performing arts in the virtual format? Personally, for me, I know that it's just starting, but I've had so much fun working on the plays so far, getting to hear everyone acting in their roles, all like Joanne, Liv, and Laura, you guys are all doing such a great job, and everyone else in the show who's on the stream, who's in the shows, you guys are absolutely incredible. Like, it's so cool getting to see everyone act because we haven't been acting for so long. It's the best.
You are incredible too, Adri.
We love you, Adri.
Our next question is from a Boston Gourmet, and they ask, how do you make the sets work when it's performed via Zoom? So for the one acts, people like just kind of recorded like from their houses, so there was no real set. But for like the fall plays, they're gonna like try to like film people like on the set in the stage like one by one, so that it can look like more like a movie kind of. Yeah, it's gonna work. There's still like a lot like going into it. Like they're still trying to figure out like all the little ins and outs of the tech stuff, but it's gonna be really cool. If anyone else has any more questions, feel free to drop them in the chat.
Well, I feel like here's a good question for all of you guys at home watching. How excited are you all to watch the one-act plays tonight? Mm-hmm. I know that I'm really hyped to watch them.
Mm-hmm. Lucia asks, what are the 2 fall plays about this year? So our first fall play, Sideways Stories from Wayside School, is about a crazy classroom at a crazy school. They're all up. It's a class that's on the 30th floor of Wayside School because they messed up building it. And they have like a bunch of crazy teachers, crazy like students. It's just, wow, it's so much fun. It's like gonna be awesome. And then our second play is She Kills Monsters, and that play is about a teenage girl who's trying to learn more about her little sister who passed away in a car crash. And her little sister was a really big fan of Dungeons and Dragons, so she's trying to play Dungeons and Dragons to learn more about her sister through that process.
Michael asks, what's the best way to support Drama Club? Donate! That's probably one of the best ways. Either that or you can, yes, help support us. You can find out more by going to the website. There might be a link in the bio to donate. But yes, give us your money. And nothing's too small. Give us a cent. But we do like $50 bills. I get it, that's unrealistic, but we still like your money.
Anyways.
Boston Gourmet has asked if there be any more fundraisers. So this is a whole performing arts fundraiser, but we have Canton Stock coming up in November. That is a big portion of all the funds raised from that goes to the performing arts. Some funds go to drama. It goes to like the whole performing arts department. So you can definitely help donate for that, or like Liv said, in the link on the website.
What were auditions like over Zoom? Interesting, to say the least. In my own personal experience, it was it was just kind of difficult because like Wi-Fi and I don't know, it wasn't the same, but for times that we're in, it was very well planned.
If anyone else has any more questions, please feel free to drop them. We will be here. We have another 10 minutes before our one act plays go live. So if anyone else has any more questions, please feel free to drop them in the chat. Yes, Canton Stock is going to be great too. You can be able to not only support drama club, but you'll also be able to support the chorus, the orchestra, the band, the jazz band. So many performing arts groups at the high school. It's such an awesome thing, and please consider donating to it. We have a question from Lucia. How are classes like chorus and theater tech working this year? So I am in chorus, and so what we're doing is like during the afternoons when everyone is at home, that's when we're singing. So because like when we're in school, we can't sing if we're not 10 feet apart from each other because germs go really far when you sing. I did not know this until COVID. So yeah, so when we're at home, that's when we sing because we can all be in our own rooms. We just go on mute and we just sing. Yeah, so it's like it's going. It's gonna get better soon. I'm sure one day this will be over soon.
So we have another question from Phil Lempert that we can all go around and ask. When did you guys start drama club, and what's your favorite play or musical that you've been in? So I started drama club my freshman year, and honestly, I think my favorite musical that I've ever been in is Beauty and the Beast. That was freshman year. It was so much fun. It was absolutely incredible.
I also joined my freshman year, and I think my favorite show that I've been in was Les Mis because that was just so much fun. Like, it was like really like interesting because it was all like singing and stuff. So that was like really new for like drama club, but it was still really fun, and I just loved it so much.
So I was a transfer, so I joined drama club my sophomore year, and I think probably my favorite musical that I was in has been Les Mis also because it is generally one of my favorite musicals, and I just really enjoyed being a part of it. Probably my best, like the best song I was in was probably Master of the House because that was just a really fun time in general.
No, it was Lovely Ladies.
That's true.
It was One Day More. She said One Day More.
One Day More was great.
Our next question is, are all four of you seniors? Yes, we are all seniors. We are all seniors.
She's Laura trying to cut me off. Yeah, so I've been in drama club since freshman year too, but I started out with tech because tech for the win. And then I have to say Les Mis too, because it's just like it was such an emotional show for me, and I just like connected to it on like such a deep level and stuff. Also, I had a lot of fun being a prostitute. And you ask any girl that was in Les Mis,
Wow, you said something in the chat.
So much fun be doing it.
Oh, Kachi, thank you. You're so sweet. I love you. You're so sweet. Yes, Les Mis was awesome. I missed that show.
We love Les Mis.
Les Mis, amazing.
That was like the first show that I acted in too. So like, it was great.
Yes. Okay. So we have a couple more minutes left. So if anyone wants to get any final questions in now, this is the time to do it because we have about 5 more minutes left before our one act plays go live. Woo! Woo! Yeah, Les Mis was definitely a fan favorite in drama club. It was really fun.
Oh yeah.
I'm excited to go downstairs and get dinner, and my mom's gonna be like,
Hi, Leah.
No.
Say hi, Leah.
Oh hey, Leah.
What is you guy?
Alex,
Could you elaborate?
What is you guy?
Could you?
What is you?
We are all super pumped for one act.
Yeah, true. We agree.
We have another question. What made you all want to be officers? Okay, so we can go around for this one too. So I wanted to be an officer because like I've been in drama club like all 4 years, and it's honestly been like the biggest like part of my high school experience, and I just felt like I just wanted to do it.
Okay, so I wanted to be an officer because one, I loved being part of drama club, and I wanted the opportunity to help other people that were in drama club, because I know drama club for me was kind of like a place that really helped me get used to being in school. And I feel like being an officer is kind of like being that person that can help mentor other people and help like make sure things are running smoothly, make sure people are okay and things.
I'm kind of the same way. Like I knew from like the moment that like I was like when I first started drama club that like, you know, I want to help this club because it has like, it's so amazing. It has so many amazing people in it, and it's like I want people to come to me if they have a problem or something, because I just want to like help them out. So it's like it's a great place to be a part of.
I kind of have the same answer as everyone else. I joined freshman year, and from the minute I joined, I loved it. I loved the sense of family, and the officers really welcomed me my freshman year, and I really wanted to be able to do that when I was a senior and be like that role model for people. Kylie Sheehan asks, are any of us going to pursue theater after high school? I know that I sadly will not be pursuing theater after high school.
I'm gonna be
You can go to it, sorry.
I'm gonna be pursuing a BFA in musical theater when I graduate. So there's that.
Joanne is amazing. We love you.
Love you too.
Another question from Alex. What are your favorite dinner foods? I like pizza. Pizza's good. Baking pizza.
Chicken wing.
No, it's great. Chicken tenders. Chicken tenders are amazing.
Chicken tenders are good. They are
They
very
slap.
good. Yes. Audrey, what's your favorite dinner food? Let's share.
Wait, is it a Vine reference?
I don't know. You're right, Boston Gourmet. Our parents are all great too for all the support that they give the drama club.
I'm up.
They're absolutely
Hi, Mom.
Adri, you can always do community too. You're right. I can do community.
Community food. That's true. Chicken tenders do slap. Yes, thank you, Lucia. Okay. So we only have about. So I think we're just about chicken nuggets also. Yes, I do agree, Scott. Yes, so I think we're just about done. There's only 3 minutes left, so I think we're going to wrap it up here so you can all get ready to watch our amazing one-act plays. We hope you all enjoyed this, and thank you all so much for coming. Please enjoy the play. Bye.
Thank you for coming.
Bye. Thank you all.